Confidence is the number one killer for content creators. Most people just don't have the confidence to get started. And then if you do have the confidence, like if you're not concerned about what you look like on camera, then what the heck do you talk about? And there's a huge lack of confidence there. So what I'm going to go through in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do 4 episodes here on the Second Opinion Loan Officer podcast about gaining confidence and what to talk about. So we're going to cover. So last week or the last couple of weeks, we talked about the 3 laws of video engagement, and that was really kind of telling us where the audience is, the huge online audience that's on Google and YouTube looking for answers for questions about qualifying for a mortgage. The other thing was attraction, the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is this repetition that we're talking about. And the repetition and being on camera often will get you over, will help you to overcome the confidence part for being on camera. And then there's the what do I talk about stuff. So what we're going to talk about over these next few episodes, or specifically what I'm going to talk about today, this is kind of an overview episode. The confidence kit here, really what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about some YouTube best practices in the form of like scripting and how to structure our stories, and how to capture people's attention and how to keep people's attention, and how to get chosen. We're going to talk about optimizing your content for attention so that people will listen to you longer. And that's going to be some script formulas or kind of some formats that I'm going to show you. And really what I want you to take away from all of this is, listen, I don't have all of the answers. I'm figuring this stuff out just like everybody else. I've just been figuring out a little bit longer, and so I'm sharing the stuff that I know. So don't take anything that I say as absolute rules or absolute gold. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give you guardrails. I'm trying to give you enough information so that you can feel fully confident to move forward and start doing this stuff yourself. And then listen to the feedback, watch the feedback, see if people are engaging, see how you feel about it. You cannot do the things that we're going to talk about over the next 2 weeks and not be completely confident on the other side of this. And when I say completely confident, I mean, I've got an idea. I know how to structure the idea. I'm going to record this video and I'm going to push it out there. And that is what we're going to really talk about. So what we're going to cover is really 3 optimized content templates. So I'm going to give you 3 different ways to tell stories on YouTube so that you can attract more consumers that have questions about qualifying for a mortgage. So the very first one we're going to talk about, well, in this episode here, this is an overview. I'm going to give you the overview of everything we're going to talk about. These are going to be what you see here are going to be the next 3 episodes. So the next 3 episodes, we're going to talk about a content topic cheat code. This is really cool. This is a universal format on how to tell stories. I've got some really cool tips, tricks, and strategies for that. But this is basically how you can go from scratch with no ideas and go out and find what topic you're going to talk about, research the topic, structure the topic, and then record the video. That one's going to be awesome. And then consumer direct questions and answers. Consumers are already asking these questions, and those questions can be found online. I'm going to show you how to find those questions, how to structure those questions, how to answer those questions, and turn that into a video that's going to drive more business back to you over time. And then finally, my favorite, and even though we're saving the best for last, this is really the lowest hanging fruit that I think most people should do, and that's telling past client success stories. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how to put that together, and how to create those types of videos. Now, the single most important thing, and we're going to kind of cover this this first time, is the simple and universal formula for creating this content. And really, it's pretty simple. You're going to start with a hook. The hook is what captures their attention. You're going to unpack the hook, kind of explain to them what the video is going to be about. Then we're going to have a section there where we call a 3 points or related questions, where we're going to kind of dive into and solve their problem for them, and help them avoid having these issues in the future. And then we're going to close consistently, which is a special kind of closing, which is the I can help close. So I'm going to show you exactly how this works. What we're going to do right now is we're going to kind of unpack the structure of doing these videos, right? So the way I'm going to talk about it. So if you hire somebody professionally, they're going to edit up your video. They're going to move things around. They're going to do B-roll. They might put some music and stuff in there. But I'm kind of showing you the do-it-yourself stuff. So yeah, Find My Way Home, that's what we do. We do professional editing. We'll help you tell your stories. We draw your stories out of you. We do all of that. But I want to show you how to do it yourself, because you need to be able to do it yourself anyhow. If it ends up being too much work, or if you find yourself having to hire people, that's when you start looking for solutions. But I want to tell you, I want to give you training wheels, and I want to give you the cheapest and the easiest way to do this yourself. Well, it's simple, right? It gets to it. There's a lot of moving parts in this. So I like the way that I'm doing it now. What I'm doing now is I'm using a service called StreamYard to record this, and I'm using Google Slides that I'm bringing in as my talking points because I can ramble. I don't know if you've noticed that yet, if you've been watching or listening to my podcast, but I could go off on rabbit holes. It's pretty easy. I'm passionate about this stuff just as you're passionate about what you do, and you want to kind of stay on track as much as you can. So I like these slides. So I use StreamYard plus Google Slides. So that's what you're looking at right now. I'm not going to show you how to do all of that. I actually have courses on how to do that in the free Second Opinion Loan Officer community. I'll tell you more about that at the end. But that's how we're going to do it this time. Now, what you'll notice is when I first started, I had the thumbnail was the screenshot on the opening screen. So when I delivered the hook, which is, you need to get more confidence, or this is the content creators, video creators confidence kit. As I'm introducing, I am using that thumbnail as the title slide. And here's the reason. This is a little bit of an experiment, but if you post your video anywhere and you put the YouTube link anywhere, that thumbnail is what people are going to see. So what my thought process is on this, and I would love to get feedback if anybody's seen any different from this or seen any different results or tried this. But the reason I wanted to do that, have the thumbnail on the first slide as I start off, is to build that familiarity, right? So it's kind of to reinforce the call to action in a subtle way. So if they see the video thumbnail on social media or in a Google search or on a YouTube search, when they see the thumbnail and they click on that video, if you go to YouTube, that thumbnail's not there. So it really just starts on the video, but you don't see the thumbnail when you go to YouTube. That's only if you're viewing it. So I put that on the slide so that people know what they clicked. They see that slide as the first slide on StreamYard or the first Google slide when they get into the video. And then that kind of reinforces, okay, I clicked that thumbnail and now I see that thumbnail here. And I think it lowers their defenses a little bit. And maybe just, again, reinforces, hey, you were interested in the thumbnail, you're in the right place. So that's one tip. The other thing is you have seconds to capture their attention. The hook is the watch bait. So that's the first thing that comes out of your mouth. It doesn't have to be exactly what the title of the video is. It doesn't have to be exactly what the thumbnail is, but it should be related to those things. And the hook is what's going to motivate them to watch your video, right? So that's the most important thing. When you hit them with the hook, so I would usually put the hook on the second slide and stay there while you're unpacking the hook. So Let me again, we're going to kind of roll through this. Somebody sees your video, so you create a YouTube video, right? You put a thumbnail on there. You're going to, once your video is done and published, you're going to promote it everywhere. You're going to publish it on YouTube. You're going to put it on social media. Maybe you're going to put it on your blog. So the thumbnail is what people are going to see. They're going to click on that. They're going to start off seeing your video. When they start to play and your thumbnail is right there on the video, you're going to deliver the hook. Flip over to the second slide immediately once they're already there. And then that's when you're going to tell them why they're here. And then you're going to start to unpack the hook and explain why the reason why they're here, why it's important, why that's such a big issue, and why you want to keep watching this video because that's what you're going to cover. Now, unpacking the hook is kind of like, well, let's go back to this video. I started the video saying that most people don't do video because they don't have confidence. And then I started to unpack that, right? So part of the confidence is people don't like the way that they look. They're nervous about what they look like. They're nervous about what they sound like, those kinds of things. We can absolutely get over those. But then we go into this "you're not alone" statement. So we start to unpack the hook. We say, you know what? Everybody's like that when you start. Everybody's going to suck when they do their first videos. You just got to keep practicing until you get past the suck. I didn't necessarily do that on this video. I started talking about, well, if people don't have confidence, it's for two reasons, right? It's because they don't like the way that they look, and they don't know what they're going to talk about. And so that's what we're talking about on this video. What I like the "you're not alone" statement, because this is sales 101. Anytime somebody encounters a problem, they think they're the only one with that problem. Therefore, they think that the solution is elusive or going to be difficult to find. Well, that's not necessarily the case, especially not with what we do as mortgage professionals. There are not 10,000 questions about qualifying for a mortgage. There are 10 questions asked 10,000 ways. So when we introduce a hook or a problem or an issue or the reason why somebody's watching our video, we want to unpack that hook and say, you know what? You're not the only person with this problem. A lot of people have these issues. This is a very common problem. And the solution is simple if you have experience doing that. Now, what I'm doing right now, I'm doing two things. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. I'm trying to follow my own format. But what I'm also trying to do is I'm trying to lay out a format. So don't worry if this seems a little disjointed and a little bit confusing. This is an overview. As we go through the next three content topic ideas, we're going to be following this exact same formula with every one of these topics. So I'm going to show you how this is done over and over again using different content topics. So right now what we're doing is we're doing a broad overview of what the structure is. So we start off with the hook, right? We start off with the hook. That's the problem. That's the issue. That is the watch bait. That's what's going to get them to continue to pay attention. So if you watch the last series, the 3 laws of video engagement, these are all these YouTube best practices, right? So the best practice is to keep their attention, and their attention, YouTube's going to reward you for how long you can keep them on your video. And that's really what a lot of this is about, is just putting the structure, telling the story in a way that sucks people in and keeps them engaged. So hook, right? Here's the problem. I know you have this problem. I know you don't have confidence on video. Unpack the hook. That's okay. Nobody has confidence on video. I'm still not completely confident on video until I turn it on and I start going, but I still have hangups. Don't worry about that. The biggest reason people have they lack confidence is because they don't like how they look and they don't know what to talk about. We're going to help you get over what you look like, and we're absolutely going to help you with what you can talk about. So that's when you start to unpack the hook. And then you're going to come in with 3 points or related questions. So you're really going to start to unpack that. Now there's a few ways that you're going to find those issues. Now when you find those issues, depending on what type of video we're doing, we're either going to use these 3 points to kind of show them why they're having that problem, and what the solution can be and what the solution might be for them. But this is really where we're using our keyword research tools, and we're trying to find all of the possible questions that any consumer would have around that topic so that we can cover it in that video. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to reference guidelines. This is where we really kind of say, here is the solution. And then we're going to address different loan options, even potentially. So maybe somebody's looking at something that's an FHA loan, and maybe conventional offers a different solution. So that's where the related points, the related questions, the 3 points strategy is a really smart strategy because threes are easy. People can process threes. It's easy to find 3 ways why this is a problem, or 3 solutions for this problem, or 3 different reasons why the real answer is this. Or people that have this question, this is a good question, but that's not the right question to ask. People also ask these questions, which might help give you an answer a little bit more quickly. Again, all of this is going to make more sense as we dive into these 3 different script templates, these 3 different types of content. And we're going to go through this exact same formula, and I'm going to show how this stuff is unpacked. Then finally, we're going to do an offer to help close. Now, when we're doing consumer direct and we're educating and empowering consumers, we are not selling. We're not selling loans. We're not selling our services. We are displaying our expertise. We are showing people that we are experts in our field. We are educating people. We are giving them information, and then we are making ourselves available to help them at the end. So the offer to help close, these videos are not sales pitches, right? You notice I didn't say anywhere in here that you're introducing yourself. That used to be a big thing. And I used to teach this. I used to tell people, start with the hook, then introduce yourself, then unpack the hook. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm seeing a lot of people coming out YouTube influencers are coming out and they're saying, listen, you don't have to tell people who you are because they're already on your channel. And they personally, first of all, they don't care who you are. They only care about what you know and what you're sharing. They'll care who you are eventually. They'll care who you are if they know that you care about their problem. If they think that you care about them, then they're going to care about who you are. But quite frankly, they don't. So the offer to help close is simply, hey, listen, if you have a similar situation to this and you have questions, I'm happy to help. Contacting me is easy. Just click one of the links below. And those links are either links to get to more information, or it's a text, some place that they can text you or email you, or even better yet, a Calendly link so that they can schedule an appointment to speak with you. So this is the close that you're going to use every time, and you want to practice that close so that it's very, very informative. It's non-threatening. It's not a sales pitch. You can tell them who you are if you want, but I wouldn't. I would just say, hey, listen. Now, well, so here's another part that I want you to really understand it, and I want this part to sink in. We think of video as a broadcasting tool. I do this video and everybody on the internet is going to watch this video, right? That's True, a lot of people can find your video, but there's only one person at a time watching your video. And if they're watching your video, it's because you hooked them. It's because you got their interest. You've captured their attention. So the offer to help close is really just the best possible way for you to for you, because remember, you're talking one to one. So if they're listening to you and you just go through that whole scenario, then you're saying, listen, if you're watching this video and you have a similar situation to this and you have questions, I'm happy to help. I know that your problem isn't exactly like this problem, but I'm telling you the solutions are close to the same. So contacting me is super, super easy. Look down in the description, look on the notes, look on the sidebar, look wherever, put it on the screen. Here's how you reach me. I wouldn't put your phone number and stuff on the screen because people aren't going to sit there and write that down. They're not going to pause it and write it down. Make sure you put all your contact links underneath your video or surrounding your video. If it's on YouTube, you're going to put it in the details. If you put it on your website, you're going to put it on your website so it's easy for people to find. Finally, another thing that you really want to do, because remember, we're second opinion loan officers and we're giving second opinions for a reason. And that reason is that the loan officers that the consumers are talking to now probably don't have a lot of experience or they bounced around. So let's educate and inform consumers. And I would do this on every single video, educate them about what a MLS number is or an NMLS number is and how to look up the NMLS number of the loan officer that they had talked to previously, or if they're talking to another loan officer now. And that would be part of my pitch. If you're talking to somebody else right now, I'm happy to give you a second opinion. That's what I'm here for, is I specialize in giving second opinions. I would also recommend that you look up your loan officer's NMLS number and see how much experience they have. Because if you're not quite sure if they can help you or not, that might give you some additional information. Really great to slip into every single video. And then finally, you will win business through your authenticity. Your authenticity comes across in a few different ways. The first way is you have to be comfortable and you have to be genuine. Again, when you're helping people, when you're educating people, you come across as being more genuine as you practice more and more. So if you didn't see the 3 laws of video engagement and the law of attraction, watch that or listen to that podcast or watch that podcast. The law of attraction is about being attractive. Being attractive on video doesn't have anything to do with what you look like. It has to do with being comfortable, because when you're comfortable, you come across as being confident. When you come across as being confident, you come across as being genuine. And if you're sitting there, you're nervous and you're like, you're not really sure what to say, and maybe this and maybe that, and you're looking around and all this stuff, that's not going to make the watcher confident. That's not going to make the watcher comfortable. They're not going to have confidence in you, and they're not going to want it. They're not going to continue to listen. Now, okay, this just takes practice. It just takes practice. You just have to do it. You just have to keep doing it and you will get more and more comfortable. Remember, you're just showing off your problem-solving skills here. You don't have to solve every person's problem. You just have to show that you are a problem solver. That is the single most important thing you're doing with every piece of content that you're doing. You're not solving one person's problem. You are showing that you solved one person's problem, and then you are exhibiting yourself as a problem solver. And finally, when it comes to video, if you can earn their trust, you will earn their business. That's just the way that it works. They may not be eligible to do business right now. They may not qualify for business right now, but you can earn their business. You can get them into your database. You can continue to nurture them, and you can work with them over time. Now, there's 4 videos in this particular series, so it's going to go 2 weeks. We publish on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So the next 2 weeks, this was the video content or the video creators confidence kit. The confidence kit is just this overview. I'm shaping the battlefield. I'm going to give you 3 different types of content, and then I just went through the script structure, which is the hook, unpack the hook, 3 points related questions, and the can I help? I'm here to help close. And we're going to go through this over and over again. The next three content or the next three videos in this series or the next three podcast episodes are going to be 3 different ways to create content. And this is going to be really cool. I think you're going to enjoy this. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. You can pick or choose anyone that you want. But those are the ones that are coming up. Now, if you're just watching this for the first time and you're not part of our free content creator community, we have a second opinion loan officer content creator community. It is 100% free. I'm sharing content ideas. I actually have courses that go really deep. So I told you I'm doing this with StreamYard, and I created these with StreamYard, and we do the thumbnails in Canva. I have tutorials and courses on how to do that exactly in the community. So if you want to go there, there's a QR code there, or you can go to findmywayhome.com/solo, SOLO. That's Second Opinion Loan Officer. And that is completely set up for do it yourself. I'm going to show you, we're going to give you access to resources, to tools, to tutorials, to ideas, to topics, to content, so that you can do all of this yourself. If you're not the do-it-yourself part kind of person, I have a done-for-you solution for you. That's what I do. I'm the founder of FindMyWayHome.com and the Find My Way Home Expert Network. And what we do is we are going to introduce you to consumers right now today. Well, actually, it's about 2 weeks after you sign up, but we have thousands of consumers that come to our website every single month that are looking for a second opinion. So we're going to put you in that stream and introduce you to consumers right now that are looking for a second opinion. But really what we're going to do is we're going to help you create these videos, and we're going to help you create these videos to future-proof your pipeline, regardless of what the market looks like. So the Find My Way Home Expert Network, we're going to inspire, we're going to direct your videos for you. We're going to ship you all of the equipment. You're going to get online with a professional director. It's just like recording videos with Find My Way Home is like recording a Zoom call. It's like doing a Zoom call with somebody. You're going to be talking to them, and they're going to pull your story out of you. We're going to produce a story. We're going to publish it on Find My Way Home. We're going to promote it for you. We're going to capture the inquiries. We're going to follow up on the inquiries. And then all you're going to do is answer text messages, phone calls, and emails of people that are looking for a second opinion about qualifying for a mortgage. And if they're not ready now, we're going to nurture those leads for you long term, so that when they are ready to buy or when they are ready to move, they know that you're the only person that they're going to work with. So thank you very much for being here. That is it for this episode. The next 3 episodes, we're going to dive into specifically different types of topics. The next one is your universal content script topic, or content scripts that if you don't have a specific topic, I'm going to show you how to research topics, how to grab those topics, convert them into videos, and get them published and get them out there and start generating business for you. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you on the next episode.